Hi everyone, it's AngelBlade13. Welcome back to my Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix walkthrough. Last episode we finished off Beast's Castle, and we have one more world to go through for the time being, so let's head to the Gummy mission.
Let's go!
So, generally, the Gummy missions are pretty easy overall, at least like the mandatory ones we have to do to get to each world. This one can actually be sort of dangerous, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem for you, but you just want to be a little bit more careful on this mission than the previous ones. And now you sort of get to see why. The cannons here can actually do a lot of damage. The energy blasts you want to avoid as best as you can. And the cannonballs, make sure you destroy them just for the sake of getting the extra health orbs and everything. See, look how I'm already at about half health from just that quick thing, but can quickly get some health back. So again, just be pretty careful doing this one. Alright, the Gummy mission's taken care of. Let's go check this place out. And looks like it's somewhere that we've been before. Olympus Coliseum.
Huh? Are you sure this is the Coliseum?
It's that way.
Oh, guess we were a little off. Heartless!
Alright, let's quickly save up and let's go and see if we can help this person out.
Thanks, but I'm fine. And you're supposed to be?
I'm Sora. He's Donald, and that's Goofy. We came to see how Hercules is doing.
You know Wonder Boy?
Yeah, 'cause we're heroes too.
You mean junior heroes, Donald?
Looks like we have a friend in common. Name's Megara. My friends call me Meg.
Okay, before we move forward, let's just do some stuff with the menu. Let's check Sora's equipment. I have an extra armor slot. I'm going to put the Elven bandana on just for a bit of extra defense. And I'm actually going to switch to the Hidden Dragon Keyblade on Sora's main. So I have MP Rage. A bit of a boost in my magic as well. I'll also recover magic when I get hit. I'm going to put Retaliating Slash on. So basically that's the aerial recovery with a counterattack by pressing square. And because I got Valor Form to level 3, I now have High Jump unlocked on regular Sora, so I'm going to keep that on. And next we're going to check out Sora's shortcuts and customization. We got the Cure spell from the last world. Notice how it says MP cost is all. That means it takes all your remaining MP. It doesn't mean you have to be at full MP to use it. But basically, Sora will just cure himself and whoever's within range of the spell. So, and just to show, I'll use up some magic, and I can still use cure the same way. So, don't necessarily think I have to be at full MP to use cure, alright? Anyway, let's move on. Oh, another thing to note, during the intro cutscene, we noticed a sort of weird mist around Sora, Donald, and Goofy. And now we can kind of see that my drive gauge is locked, so I won't be able to use Valor Form for quite a while. Another thing worth noting, the little, like, souls here, I guess, if you hit them, they will drop MP orbs.
Yeah.
So while you're heading down this pathway, occasionally rocks will fall and cause damage to you and your party, so just be wary of that. In case I didn't talk about them in the last episode, the enemy here is a lance soldier. They have some pretty good physical attacks, where they just strike you with their lance, and a spinning attack. They also do have a reaction command, I think it's Lance Tug, where you sort of grab onto it and charge through some enemies. It can be pretty useful. The other enemy we've been seeing in this world are the rabid dogs. They also just sort of jump at you and claw at you like a regular dog might attack. and they have a sort of howl that, so it's a bit of a long-range attack. There, you can see it there. So far, all of our techniques are pretty effective against dealing with them. So you have your two offensive spells, Fire and Blizzard, and you have some of the different combo modifiers that are pretty helpful. And friendly reminder, I will be getting all the puzzle pieces on screen in this walkthrough, but if you're sort of trying to find stuff on your own, then just take note of where some of them are, and make sure to come back there when you have more movement abilities.
Run away!
Okay.
So this thing here is something unique to Final Mix. We can't really access it right now, but we'll be going over it later. So let's take a quick check-in with the Moogle here, drop off all our stuff. Got a few different things. I could make a Mega Potion now, and I could use a Drive Recovery, but let's check materials. I can't really make anything in free development yet. And there is a new weapon for Donald and Goofy. I'm going to buy both of them, but I'm not going to use them just yet. Anyway, save and let's move on.
Where do they dig these freaks up? Jeez Louise.
Oh, they're nothing but trouble, the whole lot of them. So, what are you gonna do about Hercules? He's made mincemeat out of every fighter you sent at him. Pretty soon, the Underworld's gonna be standing room only. Say, why don't you just pick somebody already dead and save him the trouble?
Dead is good. And I know just a warrior.
I'm scared too, Donald.
Hades, come out!
So some more new enemies, the creeper plant. They won't actually move on their own, but obviously you can knock them around a bit. Typically they'll either strike you with vines from close up, or they can shoot seeds in a sort of fan pattern for long-range attacks. And finally they have a technique where they can shoot their roots into the ground, which you can use a nice reaction command on, which will help damage a lot of other enemies. Anyway, fight the enemies here if you want, or just head to the doorway that you can see up there.
Fire! Fire!
And here I'm trying to get a hit on the bat so I can use the bat cry reaction, deal a decent amount of damage to surrounding enemies.
Yeah.
By the by, what's down there?
Just the Underworld's deepest dungeon. This time I'm bringing out the mother of all bad guys.
You don't say. Well, maybe I should go.
Let's cut to the chase. Here's the deal I'm gonna offer you. I let you out of the slammer. No strings. You'll be free as a bird. And all for one little job. Fight Hercules in the Coliseum to the death.
This is my story, and you're not part of it.
Did you forget who you're talking to? I am the Lord of the Dead!
No wonder no one wants to die.
You are fired!
Hades!
You again?
Fight!
Get up!
That's it.
So we notice pretty quickly that we can't actually damage Hades, so just sort of wail on him for a bit.
I feel kind of funny.
That's right. See, that's the thing. In the Underworld, heroes are zeros. Comes with the territory.
Go now!
But I've got to talk to Hades.
What was that?
Can't fight him here. We have to go. Now!
In the moment Final Fantasy X fans rejoiced, we have Auron in our party. This time I'm going to keep Donald, so he can help with healing, hopefully. Anyway, I'm going to take Auron's items, take off Auto Limit, and Divider, eats attack where he sort of just slashes wildly. Healing Water, he'll heal the party, and Overdrive is his limit attack. So, I'm going to keep the rest of the stuff on, and move. Let's go.
Has he gone?
Don't count on it.
Huh? Oh!
Leaving so soon?
Here we have sort of an escape type battle. We're gonna have to deal with all the different Heartless enemies, so we can move on to the next segment. Hades we're not going to be able to do any damage to, so just sort of avoid him as best as you can. You can guard the fireball. It won't do any damage to him, but it's to protect yourself, and if you're angled correctly, you can knock it back into an enemy. So I'm being pretty cautious overall, trying to set up the enemies to use their different reactions, because they can be pretty helpful with taking out other groups. Hades' fireball can do a lot of damage to you, honestly, so do your best to avoid getting hit by that. This section is really annoying when you're speedrunning, especially when you're first learning the speedrun. So here's the last section. I'm gonna try to make sure to target the large body before using Orin's limit attack.
Yeah.
And then just go for it.
Yeah.
Your pain shall be twofold.
Alright, so that almost finished him off. I should be able to finish him with some combos. Oh, this is really bad. That was really lucky for me. If Orin didn't heal me there, I most likely would have gotten a game over there. Anyway, once the last enemy is defeated, you can leave.
You're really good. Are you some kind of hero?
No, I'm no hero. I'm just an
Huh?
Orin.
Whoa?
My name.
I'm Sora.
Goofy!
It seems we were fated to meet. Maybe you need a guardian.
Guardian? Thanks, but no thanks.
Well, fortunately one of our healers did his job correctly. Anyway, we can make the trek back to the area we started.
I got Heartless all over the Underworld now, so you can leave those pipsqueaks to me. Look, pal, you just keep working on turning Hercules into a Heartless, then he'll be all mine.
This is my Underworld, you idiot! I'll handle this myself! Cerberus, go!
Alright, so, as usual, I'm gonna clear out the room, but anyway, we just want to head back up this way and head back towards the room that we first landed in. Fight the guys if you want, or just head straight there.
Farewell.
Hopefully we deal with the curse soon, because I really miss using Valor Form already. It's really useful, and probably would have helped me out a good deal so far. But we have Orin for the time being, so that's pretty cool. So I'll be repeating this fairly often, but make sure you're taking the time when you're just sort of fighting random enemies to learn what your new abilities do. Some can be very effective against groups of Heartless, but not particularly great against bosses, and vice versa. But like, make sure to try to figure those out in random battles and not during a boss fight, because the boss fights are more likely to be, they might interrupt your attack, or they might just be immune to something outright. So, yeah, just learn your abilities, basically.
Know your place. Your pain shall be twofold. Farewell.
closed.
It's got a book. Come on, open.
Will that open it?
Yeah, I think so.
Hurry!
Alright, so here we have our first boss fight of the world, Cerberus. Mostly starts off with some physical attacks where he just sort of jumps and does that shockwave, another where he just sort of swipes his 3 heads around and starts biting, and one where he just sort of spins in place, and all of them can do pretty decent damage for right now, so that's why I'm kind of holding back. I'm not trying to do too many combos at a time, just doing one quick aerial combo and backing off. Eventually he does this attack where he shoots these energy orbs that sort of just home in on you. You can guard them, you can try dodging them, but the best way to avoid it is probably Orin's Limit, just for the invincibility, and he can do some damage at the same time. Eventually you want to target the center head. When they sort of separate and go in towards the center is where you want to jump in, and you can get this reaction command. And you'll leave him stunned for a good amount of time, so you can do a couple of quick combos, and that should finish him off. I was going to do a second version of this fight, but this is basically what I do on my regular run, so this is fine.
Come on, Wonder Boy, play hooky for a day. For old time's sake.
They came to see me. They came to see a hero. I can't let them down. Don't worry, Meg. I'll be fine. What does a hero need rest for, huh? See ya.
Sora, don't let me down.
Alright, Orin left, that's kind of a bummer. But anyway, we got the ability Counter Guard for Sora. So after we guard or parry an attack, we can sort of break out of the enemy's attack and move into our own combo. Alright, anyway, let's save and let's get out of the Underworld. It's kind of creepy here.
Let me see if I've got this right. That brat's Keyblade works on any lock.
That's right.
Have I ever told you about the killer Coliseum we have right here in the Underworld? It makes the one upstairs look like an Olympic kiddie pool.
Then that's the place we're gonna put an end to Herc the Jerk's winning streak.
Problem, Zeus locked it tight.
Oh. Oh?
Bingo. All we gotta do is swipe that key and then reopen the Underdrome.
Hate to tell you, but that key is kinda particular. It won't work for just anybody, and that kid ain't no pushover.
I think this calls for a woman's touch.
So now that we're up here, we can use our drive gauge. There's no one to fight, but it's the principle.
Sora! Donald! Goofy! When'd you get here?
Hey, Herc.
Howdy there.
You on another adventure?
Yeah, tracking down some friends, wiping out some Heartless.
Junior hero's always busy.
You know it.
Hey, champ. How you feeling? Better rest up for tomorrow's match. Nobody's gonna pay to see a worn-out hero. Gabish? Remember what I told you. Victory in the games comes down to two simple words. Eat, bathe, sleep. Huh? Hey, if it ain't the junior heroes.
Looking good, Phil.
Never better. How you guys been? Have you earned your true hero wings yet? Nope, you ain't got what it takes.
What?
So, what's up?
Alright, Hercules is doing an errand for us, so we're gonna train with Phil for a bit. First we got the practice training. Oh, this is very simple. We have a time limit, but you shouldn't really have to worry about it. Basically, we just have to break these pots and collect the orbs that they drop. Here we just have to get 20 different orbs. So now we have the Maniac version. It's really the same thing, but now we have some of the big pots too that'll show up eventually. Notice that the small pots, they'll drop little orbs, each of those is worth 1. But the big pots, when they break, they drop bigger orbs that are worth 10 points. And what you really want to do is hit the big pot into the smaller ones, so all of them turn into big orbs as well. You gotta get to 100, and there you go.
wrong, Your Hero-ness? Feeling under the weather? You know, I thought staying in perfect shape was part of the hero job description. You know what I'm saying.
Oh, right. Hades, we gotta talk.
I came to share a bit of mildly interesting news. Seems your dear, sweet little nutmeg went and got herself lost in the Underworld.
You mean you kidnapped her?
Well, maybe. But why get caught up in the details? You can't leave now. Okay, you've got a very important match today against, the bloodthirsty Hydra! I mean, if you don't stick around, who knows what kind of accidents might happen.
Yeah, accidents you cause.
Like I said, details. Who needs them?
You're just a coward.
Ah, well, can't all be heroes.
Can you handle this?
You got it. We're heroes.
Junior heroes, Donald.
You take care of the Hydra. We'll handle the rest.
I'm counting on you. You gotta find Meg.
Well, that was a nice little break for us, but we're going back to the Underworld. And we still won't be able to use our drive gauge yet, but we'll make it work.
Okay.
Quick menu time. We got a power boost from that chest. We're going to use it to increase Sora's strength by 1. Very useful. You can use some of the AP boost if you want, but I don't think I need it yet. Aerial dive. This is another thing. When you target an aerial opponent, you can press the X button from the ground, and you'll sort of just jump into an aerial attack with to start a combo. And now Goofy has enough AP, so I can put on Defender.
Thanks. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed it.
Alright, so we've got another new enemy here, the Trick Ghosts. They're kind of tricky to deal with. I will see myself out. Anyway, they have some just standard physical swipes from close range, and they can shoot this dark energy orb that can home in on you a bit. You can use guard or try to time up one of your attacks so you can parry it back at him. Yeah, so they're not too bad to deal with, but they are kind of annoying. So there are these mid-sized platforms there that clearly you can see there's a puzzle piece on top of. It is possible to get up there at this point. I've done it sometimes during my runs, but usually I have to wait to come back and when I have some of my growth abilities upgraded a bit more. So if you can make it up there, then awesome. If not, it's not a big deal. Don't stress it too much. It will be just coming back later.
Fire! Free! Heal!
So, to advance the story, we want to go into the room right there. But there are still a couple more enemies in the room to defeat and some items to grab. Oh, I just barely missed making it onto that platform. Alright, so first I'm gonna go through the entryway here. This shows me another side of this room where I can get these two chests, and if I could use Valor Form I could probably reach that, but I don't think I can get to it now. Well, let's give it a try anyway. Yeah, pretty short. Oh well. So, it's kind of interesting the way they show Meg in this game. Sort of, just a good parallel to her character in the movie, how she, like, has to work with Hades, but still clearly cares a lot about Hercules, but still has to do what she has to do. Even more weird is, like, why does Phil have such an issue with us going to fight Hades, since we kind of beat him in the last game when we were a lot weaker? I don't know, it's weird. I mean, it wasn't a mandatory fight, but it happened. Anyway, we have a, not quite a boss fight, but kind of an encounter coming up. I was just waiting for my MP to restore.
Huh? Oh, you! Wait a sec. Roxas?
Excuse me?
Roxas? Oh, it's no use.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Let's see here. If the subject fails to respond, use aggression to liberate his true disposition. Right. Did they ever pick the wrong guy for this one?
You're bizarre.
Oh! He's gotta be the thief!
Now that's just plain rude. Dance, water, dance!
Alright, so you clearly see we have a time limit here. We have to just destroy 100 of these water nodes. You can attack them normally, but generally what you want to do is just get one hit on them, and then you'll get the Wild Dance reaction command, which can help take out a bunch of them. And basically you just want to keep doing that. If they turn into notes on their own, they can go into this sort of helicopter-like attack. That can do a lot of damage on critical, but you should be fine.
Ooh. Roxas, come back to us.
Guy's a broken record.
Hey, yuck!
Let's go. Meg needs our help.
So, now that we have the stone, we can finally use our forms down in the Underworld. Awesome. And we got some info on the absent silhouettes. Basically, they're extra boss fights that were added to the final mix version of the game. So, some of you already know who they are, but we'll be dealing with them a lot later. You can do them when each one first becomes available, but I strongly suggest you wait till later in the game. Anyway, we can see we got all the treasure chests for Olympus, and I just want to use the reaction on this thing in the center.
Almost there.
Alright, save up if you feel like it, and then we'll go and save Meg.
Nah, that's what I call a key. Gee, thanks for your help. Now have a nice day.
Sora, behind you!
What's wrong? Can't fight in the Underworld? Oh, boo-hoo-hoo!
Better think again.
Charge!
Alright, here we have another timed fight. We also have to protect Meg, however. So you can see she has a little damage bar there. If she takes too much damage, you'll effectively have lost this fight. So you can do damage defeat if you feel like it. You can't actually defeat him here, so just keep doing damage and do your best to keep him away from Meg. He'll occasionally summon in more enemies, so defeat them for experience. Try not to take too much damage yourself, of course.
Help me!
Heal! Yeah. Yeah.
Help me!
Yeah. He's invincible!
Help me!
There's too many!
Let's go!
Sorry I'm late. Get Meg out of here. I'll meet you back at the Coliseum.
What about you?
I'm gonna show these guys what happens when they mess with a true hero.
Now wait a sec. Cool?
Sora, I won't leave him.
You'll be okay.
Look, even Herc has his limits. He can't keep winning forever.
Then we'll go back him up.
Get Meg out of here!
So, like with most of the fights in this world, we have a little bit of an extra condition. We want to defeat Pete before a minute and 30 seconds is up. You can ignore all the other enemies if you want, but destroy them if they're bugging you too much. It's not too difficult.
This place gives me the creeps. I'll deal with you nitwits next time.
Oh!
Could today possibly get any better? This time, Wonder Breath is going down for good.
Before moving on, we'll just take a quick look at our abilities. Donald got MP Rage, so as he gets hit, he'll recover MP. Pretty useful for him to have on. Goofy, Hyper Healing is pretty useful, but I don't think I need it right now. For Sora, we got his limit attack, Trinity Limit, which we're definitely going to be using soon. And finally, Experience Boost. I've seen in people's playthrough that they get very excited about this, but they only read the first half of what it does. See, increases the experience gained by 100%, otherwise it doubles your experience, but only when you're at half health or less. So they tend not to read that part, and they just think they'll just be getting double experience the whole time. Remember, it's only when you're half health or below. So I am going to use this later when I'm doing my main level grinding, but I'm going to hold off on it for now. Fun fact, boss fights in this game don't give you experience points anyway, unless they have, like, unless they sort of summon other heartless enemies that you defeat, but the boss themselves, they won't give you any experience points. Anyway, we've got one last boss fight, so let's go and take care of that.
This can't be.
Champ, you're safe.
I failed.
It's not your fault.
I left everyone unprotected. Hades was right. I'm just a washout.
Ah, come on, champ. I didn't train you to think like that.
Wonder Boy.
Phil's right. This is no time to beat yourself up.
I'm some hero.
Yeah.
Don't suppose you got room for one more?
We're in.
So finally time to fight the Hydra. Starts off sort of just swinging his tail at you. And then he has these little magic orb things that sort of just explode on you. Then he'll stick his head down for you to just get a couple quick hits in, do as much damage as you can, and then you can vanquish its head. And as expected, after destroying one head, it will grow back 3 more. So you gotta sort of get rid of each one. This is just one way to do it. And you wanna take care of all of them at a time, otherwise they'll sort of keep growing back. And you want to do this part soon, because Phil will say that forever. I actually didn't think I'd finish them off that quickly. I thought I'd hear Phil say that a lot more. Anyway, now it's grown a bunch of heads, and we're going to use Trinity Limit for the first time. This one works a little bit differently than the other limits. You know, it's changing my command menu, that I have 3 particular commands I can do. After using one of them, you can use the begin combo, which is the finisher for it. So we'll be going into much more detail as we go along through the game. Eventually he'll do the rapid explosions, and you get the option for Pegasus Run, which is a nice reaction command where Pegasus comes along and you can get a lot of damage by basically hitting each one of the heads. And then I just really have to get one more hit on him so I can finish him off. Just try to avoid the little shadow orbs there. They're pretty random as they go. He's gonna stick his heads down in kind of a random fashion. There we go. And then I can finish him off. For the better version of the fight, I had to sort of adjust the menu a little bit. Gonna give myself an ether. Actually, I'll give 2 just in case something goes wrong. And for customize, I'm gonna set both Donald and Goofy on party attack, so they'll focus on targets away from what I am targeting. And I'm gonna immediately use a Trinity Limit and use the break reaction, and usually I should just use the X and square commands, but I'm gonna use all 3 just in case. For going into begin combo. This really is the speedrun strategy currently. I'm gonna use Vanquish, and then I'm gonna try to make sure I land on the Hydra's back, so I don't have to hear Phil saying it so many times, for one. And using this reaction command, I can stun all of the Hydra's heads, and then basically just wail on them for a bit with no retaliation, really. Donald and Goofy should be attacking the 3rd one, so I shouldn't have to do too much when I finally get to it. And because we have MP Haster on, my MP is already recharged back. So basically as soon as all the heads come up, I can use another Trinity Limit. And immediately go into break, the X command. Try to fall a bit, so Ultima and Major Drive will hit more of the heads. I don't think I did too well on this. Oh, that was actually a lot more damage than I thought. Get a couple combos off on the heads that are there. I'm gonna give myself an ether. So I didn't get the quick kill here, but I can use another Trinity Limit. And this should finish him off. Just about. You have to finish him with the Vanquish reaction. And there we go.
I let you down. I'm just... no use.
It's not your fault. Hey, even a god would be exhausted.
She's right. Give yourself a chance to rest.
There won't be any games for a while anyway.
Don't worry about Wonder Boy here. I'll look after him. Sora, Donald, Goofy, I owe you big time.
Hey, it's no big deal. Just let us know if Hades or the Heartless start acting up. We'll take care of it.
Yeah, that's what heroes are for.
When did you three make Hero?
Let's save that for another time. We have to hit the road.
Okay, don't be strangers.
Gosh, I hope you feel better soon, Hercules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, take care, you guys. Stay a little longer next time. We got some serious training to catch up on.
Well, time to go. Oh, I almost forgot. The Olympus Stone.
And where is everyone else?
Beats me. They must have had some other matters to deal with.
Matters? You mean they have more important affairs to attend to than my return?
Well, see, there's this Organization 13 that keeps getting in the way.
Let those fools play their little game.
But what about that runt with the Keyblade? He's been a real pain, too.
Oh, has he? Very well, then. I suppose you'd best tell me what's happened during my absence.
Oh, Now I wonder where that old album could be. Queen Minnie! It's horrible! Something's wrong in the hall of the cornerstone! There's real sharp thorns everywhere! Oh, King Mickey, I wish you could hear me. The castle is in danger. We've got to do something soon. Donald? Goofy? Where are you?
Alright, so for now we've taken care of things at Olympus. Let's take a quick look in the journal. Again, we did get all the treasures in that world. A couple of the more puzzle pieces we still need to find. We'll worry about that a little later. Let's take a quick look at Orin, our world party member. Hercules did help us out in one of those fights, and he's a good friend of ours. Let's look at the bosses that we fought. Cerberus. And we did fight Pete. And the final boss, Hydra. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, consider subscribing to the channel, share with a friend, leave a comment, all the good stuff. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!